Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Attila. We're going to be checking out a Lord of the Rings mod here today. We're going to be playing as Gondor versus the Haradrim. We have a Gondor siege here today. You could say this is the siege of Minas Tirith. I love the sort of white stone of Constantinople in the Total War Attila mod. So guys, if you still are enjoying these custom battle videos, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. Let me know in the comment section down below if you'd like to see any more of these sort of Seven Kingdoms Total War battles, these Lord of the Rings mod battles. I will put the download link in the description below. This mod is publicly available, so if you got Total War Attila, I highly recommend you go and download the mod, play around with yourself, test it out, and just sort of gather your own thoughts and opinions of it. This isn't Rise of Mordor. Rise of Mordor at the moment is currently in closed alpha, so no one apart from like YouTubers can really get to it. But this mod, completely open source. You can download it and play along with me. So I've given the Haradrim, 5 towers at the moment. Gondor's army is mostly made up of Swan Knights and just sort of stock standard Gondorian infantry. It's going to be interesting to see how this fight plays out, but this is a pretty good mod. It's not it's not as good as Rise of Mordor, but it's pretty damn good for it to be open source. I sort of pipped them to the post a bit. I have already done a elves battle on this mod, and I've also done a naval combat because you can actually play as the Corsairs of Umbar versus the Gondorian navy. So the majority of the fighters coming from this other side. We've got some, of course, White Guard there of the White Tree. So we've got the 5 units of siege equipment pushing up. I've given them 2 battering rams and a lot of catapults as well. So this is going to be a tough match. This is going to be a slog fest. Here is the Gondorian archers, and we've also got with us some Athelian rangers, which should do really well. So guys, if you haven't gone and checked out my latest Seven Kingdoms Total War videos, highly recommend you do. If you haven't gone and checked out Clegane Bowl, the Mountain versus the Hound, if you haven't gone and checked out the Battle for the Fist of the First Men, the White Walkers versus the Night's Watch, and of course the Kingsguard versus the Faith Militants. So the majority of the fight is actually coming from this left-hand side of Constantinople, which sucks because I had 4 units of cavalry and 5 units down here on this, probably more, 5, 6, 7 units down that far right-hand side. But the AI has elected to throw everything at one point. So moving on to the Haradrim units here, we've got some tribesmen here, which look really, really cool. They've got those like troll tribesmen, don't they? I remember those units were so overpowered in Third Age. I know Momokule's bringing up here today. It's a little bit hard to retexture them into Total War Attila. I'm not entirely sure if they do have plans to bring it. But the Haradrim look really, really quite cool here today. Here they are with the snake banners and the snake insignia on the shields as well. Look absolutely fantastic. And I haven't showed you sort of like the cataphractoi equivalent of those serpent guard that they're going to be commanding here today. So they're ready to roll. They're ready to siege Gondor as quickly as possible. And hopefully we can prevail here today. This battle sort of turns out into a siege, and then it turns out to an open field battle. So it's kind of there's like 2 major skirmishes in this fight. So the battering rams here as well. These are more of the serpent's guard, the stronger sort of golden infantry. Here is sort of the cataphractoi equivalent of their cavalry, protecting their catapults, of course, because I do have a pretty decent cavalry force. We've got some camels here as well, which they are riding. But yeah, I've got Swan Guard with me, so these guys are really good. We also got some Pelagria Marines, which I love. They're awesome in Third Age Total War. Maybe I should go back and do a Third Age campaign on Divide and Conquer. Let me know in the comment section down below what sort of Total War campaigns you like me to do. Crusader Kings 2, and of course Hearts of Ironfall. We could go back to Westeros, but I kind of feel like maybe just doing more Crusader Kings 2 if you want to see more sort of Westeros, A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones style of videos. Now, I accidentally brought in some cataphractoi. That's why I had it on the mind, because these guys have been reskinned as the Byzantium units, so they hadn't been skinned, but the unit card had or something. But anyway, the Haradrim are raining fire and death upon it. We've already lost some Gondorian units from the fray fighting already, and to be honest, they are sort of sitting back, relaxing, raining fire and death upon Gondor. To be fair, I probably shouldn't have given them that much amounts of catapults, because they have artillery superiority. They have no incentive to charge these towers and our archers, and we're getting decimated for it. I've made the decision on the right hand side to bring out the Gondorian cavalry. with my Swan Knights, which we have. These guys are going to wreck shop, but we do have some stock standard Gondorian infantry, some local lads ready to do some graft on that other side. So we've lost basically the wall on the far left. A lot of Gondorian lives have been lost. We've even lost some fountain guards, some marines as well. There are two big gaping holes in the wall, and it doesn't look like the Haradrim are going to be coming anytime soon, but we need to neutralize these catapults so quickly. So the Swan Knights and the cavalry are swinging around the right hand side. Maybe we can neutralize some of the battering rams and siege towers as well, but we have to watch out for their serpent cavalry as well. They are so strong, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to see us through the shrubbery on that left hand side. We're going to get the jump hopefully on the general's bodyguard, and of course their cavalry on the left hand side. But the Swan Knights, draw your swords, brave men of Gondor. We are fighting for Middle-earth. We are fighting for all men. And the cluster has happened. Swords will be shattered. Sorry, swords. Yeah, it's swords. Fuck, spears will be it's shields splintered, isn't it? Or is it spears splintered? I don't know. Sure, swords will be shattered. Spears will be splintered. I think that's how you say it. Anyway. Getting tongue-tied. We've got some spearmen coming up, but we've got to really pull out of here. We're trying to neutralise their catapults as well. Oh! That poor Haradrim. It looks like we're getting some volleys back upon us as well. So the front line has moved up slowly to deal with the cavalry, but it looks like the catapults are now officially out of ammunition. To be fair, they've made so many holes in our wall, they probably don't even need to move up their siege towers. They've got so many breaches. They're pretty much ready to go. My catapults as well, because everyone's stacked on that left-hand side. I've kind of been out of range, but I've got in range just here. I'm trying to knock out this siege tower. Come on, men. Get your shit together. Heaps of the wall is full. Lucky there's no Nullskull. We might be able to, like, load up some of the stone into this catapult. Come on, that's a good shot. Right in the... Oh, it's only just clipped it. Have we engulfed this tower now? It looks like we have. We've burnt it to a crisp. I've given the order for my Gondorian units to march out and sort of fight the Haradrim on the field of battle. Like I said, it sort of goes into two phases, this fight. There's 3 breaches already. We've got the Peligreer Marines throwing up their spears, their camel cavalry. So we've got a field fight here. Yeah, like I said, I probably shouldn't have given the Haradrim too much of my artillery, because they just sort of sat back. We did have our archers. We did lose a fair few from their catapult engagement, which probably makes it a bit easier. They're somehow trying to throw through their battering ram, God knows why, and we are decimating this unit. And we've defeated pretty much the entire unit, making pin cushions out of them. So this is a pretty good fight. I'm thoroughly enjoying it thus far. A couple of Haradrim there crying for their mothers. That guy's got an arrow in the fucking head, but it probably actually helped them block some of their units. So we're trying to just hold the breaches outside as best we can. My cavalry's doing hammer and anvil strikes on the right. We are getting archer fire right back at us, but we obviously do have archer superiority and probably not cavalry. I think they've got probably better quality. It's kind of even. Like, the thing is, right, we've only got 2 units of those Swan Knights, which are excellent. However, they've got like 4 serpent guards, so they're actually quite better than just our regular infantry. On the left, there's a lot of scrappy fighting on here. We've got Gondorian spearmen going toe-to-toe with the enemy. We should be able to knock out just the normal tribesmen, but the sort of heavily armoured Haradrim are really going to put up a fight on our sword infantry as well. We do have Osgiliath warriors as well, right through the head, a nice decapitation. That's what I like to see. But it's going to be a close one, guys. It's really going to be close, this fight. It's pretty evenly stacked, the battle. So they've got their archers, their tribesmen loosing left, right, and centre. I love sort of the bows there. They look really cool, those sort of Middle Eastern style units. And yeah, we are fighting for Gondor here. So you could say it's Minas Tirith. I don't know. What does Constantinople sort of remind you of? It could be Osgiliath, maybe. Maybe like, obviously Osgiliath and east and west is separated by a river, not necessarily an ocean. Well, it's between like Istanbul, modern day, it's not really a river, is it? It's just a pretty big sea opening, so it's a lot bigger than Osgiliath. Like I'm comparing, it's not like a small river, but maybe we're fighting for Osgiliath. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be still a pretty close fight. My cavalry is nearly depleted. We are fighting them on the field here now. We've got a bit of a box holding up the front line. We're really just trying to let my archers do most of the work. Those catapults really did a job on me. But the order has been given to sort of charge the Gondorian front line, made up of majority Gondor spearmen, and then our Pelargir Marines. Copping spear is throwing spears is really reducing their hit points. We've got our Fountain Guard here holding on the right as well. I'm not sure if I'm quite a fan of the purple cloaks. It does make them stand out, of course. But did you check out that guy's sword? His scabber? Holy shit, that was insane. There are no reinforcements coming in for either side. I kind of wish there was like a timer or so. But we've got some Dol Amroth Marines. Or maybe Dol Amroth is more like Constantinopolis, sort of down on the coast there of Gondor, sort of backs up to the sea. Yeah, they're really trying to push us on this left-hand side here, not entirely sure why. So my archers, my Gondorian archers, my Osgiliath are really guys just peppering them, raining fire and death upon the enemy, just trying to hold them out as best we can. We'll try and use the majority of our archers, and they're still trying to push that bloody battering ram, and it's actually glitching through my front line here. Imagine if it was just squashing there. I don't know, it's because it's kind of like locked on. The pathfinding is really making a breach. They're dividing the sea here like Moses. They're dividing my front line, and they're doing actually it really quite well. To be fair, a couple of Osgiliath guys are being glitched here, so they're drawing their swords, but even the Osgilian lads are getting stuck into it with a nice decapitation. There's two. The head going flying to the left there. But they're really just sort of suiciding this armoured bow unit, trying to take down the front gate when they just need to be piercing the front lines, because they've already got two entryways into Osgiliath. So it's interesting to see how sort of one-sided this fight is. You'd think they'd try and at least sort of spread out the attack, or at least trying, if they're pinning down so many units here, why don't they send some around the right-hand side to try and take the city, which should be their ultimate goal at the end of the day. We're still holding out quite well. I've given the order for the Gondorians to sort of hit them back, hit them out of formation, and finish off their arch units. It's only one or so. We've run out of our archer ammo majoritively, but if we can hit them, just break this front line at the front, and then swing around to this left-hand side, which the Fountain Guard, my god, they are doing an absolute superb job holding the line there. Dol Amroth, and of course the Gondorian infantry, some Fountain Guard. We've broken them, we've nearly made them capitulate, running over the small little fence there, which I'm assuming was like holding our livestock outside of the city. The majority of my cavalry has been heavily depleted now. Archers getting some volleys off for them. We'll try and throw back some more fire back from there, but let's try and surround and hopefully try and make them capitulate. We've got some leathered, obviously, these are the Pelargir Marines. The Dol Amroth are the bluer knights. So let's get a volley off here. I love Pelargir Marines. They are so handy in a fight, having those spearmen here. It's also cool to see like they're just differently coloured armoured as well. So we're trying to surround them here. We've got them on the back foot now after pushing out, after they smashed so many Gondorian lives from those catapults. They did incredibly well, but we should be able to get some of the stragglers here with my Pelargir Marines, filling them with spears, which we're majority throwing through arrows. Quickly, guys, get out of the way, get out of the way, there's a pocket there. See if we can get a volley off against these guys here. Come on, Pelargir Marines, throw your spears, lads. A couple of them are getting some pot shots, sort of left and right. Go for them now. Come on, you bastards. Here we go, there they go. Imagine just copping a spear. That'd be, oh, in the head as well. That's terrible, my friend. Right, I would nearly say she's all over Red Rover. We've really pushed them back here now, especially on that left. When they were clustering there, I don't know what the hell, the lighting's glitching out while I'm zooming in. Yeah, we've got them here. They're capitulated essentially. I don't know why they pushed for that sort of left-hand side. Like, they pushed for the left-hand side of the city, then they even pushed even further left, trying to get around the back. Why didn't they just sort of try and go through the front line, or at least like perhaps, I don't know, maybe just put like 4 units to try and hold up mine while they send some around the far right and try and get into the city and try and hold the town square. The Pelargir Marines are pushing up. We've got some Fountain Guard. He is just relentlessly shoving his spear into those guys. We've got a Pelargir Marine decapitation. That's what I like to see. And I think that's pretty much it. They're on the back foot now. Those catapults did a huge job of me at the start, like I was mentioning. It looked pretty hairy. At the start, it was very, very uncertain. So we've got a Gondorian unit here picking up one of the last of the spearmen, and the Osgiliath archers are going to have a field day. They've got it's time for some target practice, boys. Faramir, David Wenham, he's getting some really nice volleys off. Man, I love David Wenham, the Australian actor. I actually recently watched Iron Fist, the Marvel Netflix series. I didn't mind it. I actually really quite liked it, and David Wenham's performance in it was absolutely superb. He's got some absolutely ripper lines in that. I love Australian actors. That's probably why I liked Iron Fist a lot more than other people, because David Wenham was just awesome. And I've seen a lot of good stuff about David Wenham. He's been in He's been in Lord of the Rings, of course. He's been in I've seen him in a lot of Australian films, which are most likely not heard of. But anyway, that is the result. A close victory at the end of it in the end. Let's quickly go through the stats. So we deployed 5,945. We lost 2,133. They deployed 6,200. So we were slightly outnumbered by about 300 men. The losses, 4,242. They did have 1,958 remaining, though. My general's bodyguard only got 14 kills. Most of my infantry did all right. The Pelargonian Marines did exceptionally well. Swan Knights did okay as well. I lost 2 units of my archers there. As you see, they were completely... Actually, how many units did I lose? 1, 2... Because as you can see, there's units with 0 kills, with 0 health. I lost 2 units of my archers from the walls, and I lost 2 units of infantry. They took out 4 units by their catapults. It doesn't actually say on their catapults how many they lost, because technically the wall falling killed them. Yeah, my normal archers... Oh, wow, okay. A couple of the Osgiliath guys got 253, 204, but the majority of just my normal archers, 171, 204, did perfectly fine. So maybe there's sort of a cost ratio you could check there. Guard of my my Swan Knights did 224. One only did 18. 18, 14 with just the regulars. So let's look at them. The tribesmen really carried them. Their archers didn't do very well either. Their catapults did alright, and their cavalry did pretty well as well, but their spearmen didn't do too well at the end of it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more of this Lord of the Rings mod on the channel, let me know in the comments. I've already done the elves. I've already done the naval battle. I've just finished Gondor here today. We could play as the Haradrim, of course, maybe against Gondor, maybe against the elves. Let me know in the comments if you want to see Seven Kingdoms Total War as well, Crusader Kings 2, Hearts of Iron. Let me know in the comment section down below. Nothing is set in stone. Helps me sort of, having this think tank, having this sort of discussion in the comments makes and helps me form my opinion. If you guys want to stay connected with me on my social media links, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. I do update from time to time, but majority it's a great way instead of the YouTube sub box, which is sometimes unreliable. You have to click the bell to get notifications if you want to be a part of the notification squad. It's a bit of a pain in the ass these days. Anyway, Patreon and Steam group there. Come and join the community on Steam. You feel free to add me as well. My friends list isn't full. Just type Simpzy on Steam. Add me if you want. You're more than welcome to. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay tuned for more videos. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here. Pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.